It's officially 3:33 p.m. and we are off the clock. Yeah, we are back for episode 8.
What it do, baby?
Yes. What has your week been like?
Actually, my week's been wonderful. All leading up until here, I spent I'll just say I spent spring break in Miami. So,
like you in college?
Yes.
I'm like spring break. I didn't get the memo.
It was spring break week while I was down there, so everybody was on spring break.
Was it crowded?
Yeah, everything was crowded. But I don't hang out on the side of the beach where the children hang out. I hang out where the old folks hang.
The grown folks.
The grown folks.
So it's a much different
What's your
vibe.
week been like?
It's been a week. I think. It's been a week. It's work. Yeah. Nothing exciting.
You hit some fitness goals though, right?
I did. I didn't win.
Hey, when did they ever post the
challenge?
They didn't post the stats though.
Why?
Right. They
Well,
posted.
that's what we needed to see the paperwork.
That's what I'm saying.
Now we need to see the paperwork.
Look, you need to
Show
see
me the paperwork.
I feel silly, but I'm gonna ask in a fun, playful way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not
But
silly.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
What you been doing?
I took a visit home to see some family. It was good and bad.
Okay.
We obviously buried some people, but at the same time, it was good
A
hanging with family.
celebration of
Absolutely,
life.
yeah.
It was
Absolutely.
a couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely a couple married for 68 years. So.
Wow.
They said they went on out.
Yeah, absolutely together.
Yeah,
And then I got to hang with one of my favorite cousins. My favorite cousin. Epic, my favorite cousin.
Keep it about.
And so that was great.
Okay,
we hadn't seen each other in
a lot of years.
So that was great. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah. Other than that, anticipation getting here.
Yeah.
Oh, so one quick thing. I had stopped by the works to go get dinner one night.
Okay.
And then the guys that we had introduced the podcast to
At the Philly place. Yeah.
They saw me and we've been keeping up with it. And
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And then one of the guys, he came up, he was like, how do y'all all know each other? He was just like, that's pretty cool. So yeah, just checking in.
That's pretty
Cute.
cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I love that.
I will say, when I was home, it was like a few people like came up to me and said, "Oh, I've been watching the podcast," but it was like girls from like high school that I didn't think fucked with me.
Oh,
so that was
listen.
cute.
That's where half the views is from.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, that's what's up.
Keeps it checking in. So that was fun. So
Yeah.
aside from that,
Again, you guys, huh?
It's
all
all
welcome.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
as we always say, we'll keep the conversation going as long as you guys keep tapping in.
Definitely.
Right? Are you guys ready to get started?
Yes,
Let's get
All
ma'am.
right.
into
It's
it.
officially 3:33 p.m. and we are off the clock.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ching, ching, ching. Episode 8 is about overcoming money mindset blocks, right?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
And I think this is something that people don't really understand that it's actually a thing.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
want that.
You know what I mean? Like, where they can come from, what it is, how it shows up,
Yep.
and how it affects, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so overcoming money mindset blocks is a major key for entrepreneurs who want to grow their business and achieve financial success,
Yes.
right? So we're going to be discussing the importance of having a positive money mindset and how to overcome common money blocks that can hold you back from reaching your financial goals.
Right.
Yes.
Whew. I'm
It's a
ready
deep
for this
one.
episode.
It's a deep one because you don't even realize you probably have some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that you're dealing with some of them.
Yeah.
So first, let's talk about what money mindset is. Your money mindset is your attitude and beliefs about money, including your relationship with money and your ability to attract wealth and abundance. As an entrepreneur, it's crucial to have a positive money mindset because it can impact the success of your business. However, many entrepreneurs struggle with negative money beliefs and money blocks that can hold them back from achieving their financial goals.
Yes.
Yep. And then let's also talk about what are money mindset blocks. Money mindset blocks refer to the psychological barriers that prevent individuals from achieving financial success and security.
Right.
These can be beliefs, attitudes, or habits that limit one's ability to earn, save, or manage money effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because we talk about, obviously we talk about in business a lot, right?
Yeah.
But that floats from personal.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of money mindset blocks stem from like childhood.
Yes, for sure. I think in another episode we kind of talked about just parenting, right? And how we were taught how to get money, but not how to keep and how to make your money grow.
How to manage,
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk about 6 common examples of money blocks.
Okay,
so let's talk about the first one, believing that money is evil or that wealthy people are selfish. So growing up, did you hear that a lot?
No.
Or you hear the term money
is the root of all evil?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Yes. I've heard that term.
Where do you think that came from? Like
in church, like the church.
Yes.
But I didn't hear it in my household. We don't look at money that way, but I know that's a common thing.
Yeah, I heard it like on TV and shows
and
or whatever, or when people would be upset about something, they would say it, or they would be angry with somebody who owed them money or whatever, and they ain't talking to them no more. They'd be like, money's the root of all evil.
Or as soon as someone gets rich, I've heard that about celebrities. It's like money's the root of all evil.
People switch up and da 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 da. So
well, I was just about to say, it seems like that term, like looking back at it now, it seems like that term or that phrase might have been used by people who didn't really want to deal with their own insecurities.
Oh, absolutely.
About other people having money.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a way to
deflect the
deflect
energy.
it. Yep.
I don't have to deal with me not having or lack thereof or
it's
shortage
the money
of.
that's evil.
Yes.
It's not me or my
lack of
You know what I heard a lot, or what I still hear a lot, and they'll say stuff like, "Okay, big money."
Ooh, oh, I hate a big money.
Okay, big money. Not everybody got it like everybody got it like you.
Yeah,
I hate a big money.
That's it. What kind of jacket is that? Okay, big, it's just
I hate a big money.
Yes.
Yeah, so
it's so uncomfortable.
It's super uncomfortable.
Yeah, because I personally feel like everybody makes choices.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So something that you may value, I may not value.
Yes.
But like if you see something that I value, don't knock it. I'm not calling out your XYZ or whatever.
Right.
Or
Absolutely.
however you roll. So don't handle me like that.
Yeah.
I don't like
Okay, so what about the other portion? Wealthy people are selfish. You know how people love to comment about what celebrities they should do with their money.
Oh yeah,
he got all this money.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Like, they're not donating, but when they do donate, it's like, he only did $50,000. He got more money than I could do, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think you just don't need to stay out of people's wallets.
But also, too, you don't know everything.
Exactly.
You don't know. Just because this one particular thing was broadcasted doesn't mean that they don't give to the community more often.
Their whole families could be on their payroll.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Or that could be their form of giving back.
That's a charity.
That's a charity.
It's a lifelong.
Yes, absolutely. So I totally disagree with that. I don't feel like whether you are a celebrity or not, whether you have...
Because celebrity doesn't equal wealth.
Period.
Say that again. Absolutely.
Okay, it's a lot of popular poor people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We see it every day on Instagram. We see it every day on Instagram. And that's one thing that I do teach people when they take my extension classes is that do not be so focused on your followers, because followers does not always mean dollars.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Because you found me.
And I don't have 50,000 followers.
Right. Exactly.
Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So the second one could be feeling guilty or ashamed about wanting more money. I ain't never felt that.
I ain't never felt that either.
But people
the guilt. I was about to say I've seen or heard more of like guilt in having it, but not like wanting it.
Right.
Like sometimes maybe not a guilt, but maybe like I think added pressure or responsibility.
I think in our community for sure there must be some guilt because there's like that. What is the thing that's obligating us to constantly reach back, even before we're really on our feet ourselves?
Yes.
There's a thing.
Yeah.
So maybe that stems from guilt. I'm not for sure, but maybe that stems from guilt.
I watched another podcast episode, and it was a gentleman talking about when he first got his first contract or whatever, and he was like, so many times the natural thing for people to do is set their mom up, set their parents up.
Yeah.
And he was like, and that's the total opposite of what you should be doing.
That's the opposite of what the others do.
Others do. Everything is supposed to be for your downstream, and for your
Absolutely.
legacy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And the first thing that you do when you get your check is go
Pass up.
backwards.
Go backwards.
Because of, I guess, guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. It's oof. No, that was powerful.
Yeah.
No, because if you really think about
If
it,
you're really thinking about your life and your legacy, it's everything
It's
is supposed to be
downstream.
downstream.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like sometimes it's not self guilt. Sometimes it's guilt put on you too.
Oh no, 1000%.
Yeah.
It could be
So-
like
Yes,
a
I mean, it
combination
might be
of
that thing of like, I watch my mom, you know,
Suffer.
I'm not talking about my mom. I'm saying in general,
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
watch my mom be at every game, sacrifice her life, sacrifice her happiness for
Yeah.
me. So there is, you know, I'm not saying that
level.
necessarily the mom is making you feel that guilt or the parents are making you feel that guilt, but I'm sure there is a feeling of like, I owe
added
you.
responsibility
Yeah.
or added pressure.
I'll say this too on a smaller scale. So I used to be in this relationship with this guy, and he was the type of person who was okay with just living paycheck to paycheck. As long as
Okay.
he had enough of money to pay his bills, as long as he had a steady job, he was okay with that. And he used to try to make me feel bad for being so like determined, aggressive with my goals or whatever. Like I never wanted a job. I always wanted a career.
Right.
So any choice that I made in regards to where I was going to work or whatever was 'cause
Right.
it was career based. It wasn't job based or whatever. And so he would make it seem like I was just very materialistic or whatever it
Right.
was to be because I had
Just
all
money
these
hungry.
goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it 100% wasn't that. I just knew that I had these goals for my life,
For
right?
your life, yeah.
So that's what I meant by sometimes things are put on you. People try to make you
Absolutely
feel
feel
bad
guilty about
for
that.
the goals
That
and things
makes
that you
sense.
want. They'll say that it's just money driven. For me, it was lifestyle driven.
Absolutely. Freedom driven.
freedom driven.
driven.
Always
Absolutely.
to the
To the freedom. It's
the
everything and
freedom.
anything
Yes.
goes back to
And
the
I
freedom.
can't make you get that.
Right.
So you just
It
gotta
gotta be
kind
you
of
and not on you, baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in you.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
Okay, so fear of failure or fear of success? Ooh.
Fear of failure.
Let's talk about fear of
I
failure
can
first.
see that
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
For sure being a thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think people will avoid even trying because they're afraid to
Yeah,
fail.
absolutely.
I mean, we see that many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing for me. It's definitely a thing for me.
The
Failure.
fear of failure.
Yeah. Oh, listen, baby.
So,
I get it.
But how,
But
as
does
it
it
relates to
paralyze
money,
you?
Oh no, it definitely does not paralyze me.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a thing. Like I
So
cannot.
you use it as motivation.
Yeah, as motivation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a fear where it's like I can't get anything done
Right.
because if I start, then I might fail. Oh my God, I don't
Right.
want to do it because I might fail. It's more so like got to keep going.
Yeah.
because, like, I'm
So
not gonna
it
fail.
motivates her in
that
the
yes,
opposite
and
way.
Yeah.
I can resonate with that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I don't know if this is gonna come up in one of your 6, but
Yeah.
I can be a bit of a hoarder.
Okay.
And I think it's the fear of like, what if something happens?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
what if-
physically hoarding
yeah.
or like
No,
Money
like
hoarding.
financial hoarding.
hoarding.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Like I know that I should be investing this money, but I will save.
Because you like to look at your money.
I will.
There's
hold
a
on
lot
to
of
it.
people like that.
Yeah,
They
Which
like to.
I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I recognize that in myself.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, what if all of this goes to shit?
Yeah.
You know.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about fear of success? Which is so awkward
That's
to me.
always tricky for me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's so weird because people. I
People
don't
do have a fear of success. I think
Yeah.
they think, what if I
Change.
succeed?
Is it
And then
change?
right, and then people think I've changed.
Yeah.
That is a thing. I've never
Yeah.
experienced it,
Yeah.
but that's a thing for people.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Deshaun?
I was gonna take us back to fear of failure, but in a sense of like, well, just giving an example of how we've seen it, maybe in our own industries, it's like people signing up to do classes with us, and they got good and great information, great skills, and everything to practice.
Okay.
And just for the sake of being uncomfortable, being new in the industry, they won't even push it.
Yeah.
They
That's
will not
crazy.
even try it. Like, and they have invested in the training and the product and,
And
everything.
the time spent, and they
exactly.
just won't do it.
And just won't do it because they have to market themselves as a new person.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sucks. You know, it's
Yeah.
nothing I can do in that moment.
Yeah.
But it's just really wild that
Yeah.
you wouldn't
Yeah.
even take the leap and
Yeah.
you've already invested in it.
Yeah. Or, I mean, fear of success also, too, what comes to my mind is fear of like being in the limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in the limelight,
Yeah.
being exposed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I could connect with that.
Now
a lot.
that you put it that way.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, if you put it
seriously.
that way.
Yeah. Like I like a low key life. And you know,
Yes.
sometimes the moves that I need to make in business require me to be on the forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I recognized in myself a while ago that like I'm okay playing the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I pop out when I want to, but everything that I have to do doesn't need to be on front street as it resonates to me personally. So sometimes taking certain leaps that I need to make in business will, you know, it might take me a little bit longer because I don't.
Well, that's why I said it's a little awkward for me because like, I've always been put in that space.
Yeah.
Just like I said, I traveled to the service and I get to the service and I'm speaking at the service.
You're speaking.
No, true. You can't even
literally, and I can't say no. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's a comfortable space for me, so it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm about to sweat. You know, like oh my God, what am I gonna do? It was like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
All right.
I will say to the fear of success, I haven't experienced that necessarily, but with some clients, there are some clients.
Okay.
Some of my stay-at-home moms, some of my kept girls.
Okay.
That are afraid to step out there. They speak about like they have this business idea or they have
And
this
they're
thing and they're
afraid.
afraid to step out there because they're afraid it's going to take away.
And it'd be good ass ideas, right?
Great ideas. And they got the finances to back
do
it.
it.
So
Yeah.
it's going to go.
Yeah.
And they have that fear of like that interfering with the child, you know, with their attention to the child or the attention to the husband.
Yeah.
So that is probably a thing for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a thing for people.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So the next one is not feeling deserving of financial success. That makes me really sad.
For others, for real.
Yeah, for others for sure, because there's people who really feel that way.
Yeah.
They don't feel as though they're worthy. And again, that's kind of, it goes with, you know, of course we all have insecurities, right? But to feel like you don't deserve the success, you don't deserve financial stability, you don't deserve having more than just the bare minimum, it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Well, I think it is for us, right? Because we're looking at it from the outside. But imagine growing up not necessarily seeing that, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're put in these positions and you might be able to do these things, but you subconsciously are thinking like, well, what would make me better than my mom?
Right.
What would make me better than anybody that I've come up with? You get what I'm saying? It's like it's a wild psychological like setback, but you know, it's like what would make me better than anything that and these are the people that I love and I cherish the most.
Especially like when it comes to like representation, to your point, it's like if you don't see people from your community or people that look like you having success in but 4 categories, I could see how that could be a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll say the universe makes no mistakes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen for you regardless if you're supposed to be in that position. Because sometimes people will be in the lowest of lows today, and then tomorrow, just a conversation that they had on social or literally something that they did at the job will propel them into that space. Right. So a lot of times, even if you're not pushing to be in that position, sometimes it just naturally just happens for you because that's where your life plan was supposed to go.
Yeah, I think also you don't know what you don't know, right? It's like we kind of I knew I had a goal, right, of like this imaginary 6-figure number. And it's like, but what is that next thing? It's like, I think it is kind of hard to see what wasn't represened to you. Like,
what's
I know,
beyond your nose.
Yeah, like my mom was always a 6-figure earner, and that was a thing for me. And then of course, like on Instagram, on socials, that's the thing. It's like be 6 figures, 6 figures. But I will say, you know, I haven't necessarily tapped into like my millionaire mindset.
Girl, yes.
You know.
Yes. And that's part of the reason why we're in this position that we decided to do this is because we got to get out of we're also pushing to the next step. We're also pushing to the next level. We've accomplished this 6-figure lifestyle, but we are literally trying
a 7-figure mindset.
Yes, So
do y'all remember hearing Tyler Perry speak and
at EYL?
And one of the things that he highlighted was anytime he's in these rooms with these ultra wealthy individuals, they all feel deserving of everything that they have.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And they are.
For whatever reason.
So you have to adopt that.
You have to.
And that's that mindset. That's that positive money mindset.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Much. So, he was just saying like it was astounding like being around people
Yep.
who have it and are, proud to have it
Yep.
and feel like they deserve it.
Yeah.
So it's like, get comfortable in that space.
Yeah.
1000%.
What do you guys think about the people who were raised with money and then they become an adult and they choose to live like a a reserved lifestyle,
Like a minimalist.
yeah,
lifestyle?
yeah. I seen
What a-
something
what
that
a-
went viral on social about this guy who lived in a mansion his whole life. His family had lots of money, whatever, but him and his girlfriend decided to live in a trailer, and they live,
Yeah.
very minimal, whatever. Like,
What a wonderful choice.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think,
no, but what do you
It's a
think
choice.
that their mind frame is?
I think their
in that
mindset
situation?
is because it's like that thing where
gets
people try to
bored.
have fake struggle.
Okay.
Sometimes
They're bored.
struggle, like rags to riches, gets so praised.
Yeah.
And I think people that come from wealth, they don't feel they may feel like imposters amongst their friend group or imposters amongst certain groups. Everyone want to have
Have
like
a
popular
different
thing to have a
experience.
little struggle.
Or
Yeah,
a different experience.
His
Yeah.
words
Unless you
that
came
he-
from struggle. And
His
then-
words that he used was overwhelming, and I'm like,
I can
maybe
see
none
that.
of that would be.
Well, I can see that too. It's
I
just
can
like
see
I have to live up to.
All
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Give you like Prince Harry vibes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
for
who?
sure.
Prince Harry vibes.
Oh.
Like, overwhelming.
Yeah.
This is what I was born into.
But also, that's a choice to live
No,
this
1000%.
rugged life. Yeah,
No, that's what I'm saying. What a wonderful
yeah.
choice.
What a wonderful choice.
yeah. Like, this could all be different in the snap of a finger.
Literally.
Not any extra effort.
Yeah.
But just a different choice.
Yeah.
Or
feeling like it was handed to you and you didn't work for
You
it.
resent the people that created that wealth for you. You resent those parents. Maybe
Yeah.
they were shitty people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You resent
Or
them. You
what
want to
they
be
did.
nothing like them.
Yeah.
So you take the opposite route.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And
right.
it's not necessarily about the money; it's about the person.
Absolutely.
Episode season 4 of You is pretty much on that.
I can't
vibe.
tap into that.
Well, that's
You
what
gonna watch you?
No, I watched the first 2 seasons, and third kind of lost me.
But-
Yeah, because it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
Well,
Yeah.
episode 4, I'm sorry, season 4 is totally different. But one of the main ladies in it comes from wealth
Yeah.
and hates how her father acquired it.
Yes.
And wants nothing to do with it. And the way y'all play
Yeah.
out is,
Yes.
is pretty much
Basically
That's
all
the
the
thing
same.
now
Yeah.
more than any time.
Like-
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 is believing that one is not capable of managing money effectively.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
a lot of
even
people
not
are not.
believing it,
though.
A
but-
lot of
that's
people are
what I was-
not,
yeah.
but that doesn't mean that you
shouldn't believe
right that you
it.
shouldn't
Right.
you shouldn't.
Like I
aim
don't
to
deserve
get
it,
more.
so I don't need it because
Right.
I don't know how to
Right.
manage it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that
You can
I don't know
learn.
what to
You
do.
can learn.
But
Educate
that actually
yourself.
came up for me in therapy. My therapist, I was telling her, I'm like, I need to 2x my income. I need to 2x my income. And she's like, based on the income that you make now, you're in this percentile, right? And she's like, if you're not managing this effectively,
How you gonna manage?
because is it really about you need more money or you think that the more money is going to fix the
Issues,
Yeah.
what you're not doing.
Because if
So
you're not managing
fix,
this,
yeah, fix what you're not doing first before you can get to
Right.
the next level, and that makes sense.
but
That's all
that
aspects
shouldn't
of
prevent
life.
you from,
Trying to reach the
right,
goal.
Yeah,
right.
That's just like if you're a shit ass girlfriend, what makes you think you're gonna be a bomb ass
That's
wife?
the fact.
Well,
No, but you can.
I just
I mean,
But
how?
no,
sometimes
yeah,
you
it's
know
like,
your capabilities.
no, right. That was
Sometimes
that was a false equivalent. That was a false equivalence because
I'm just saying.
you didn't pay for the wife.
Yes.
I'm just saying,
No,
how,
I feel you.
how are you going to be? How are you going to compromise if you don't willing to compromise now? That's what marriage is about.
Sure.
Marriage is about compromising. So in my mind, that's what I went to. Like,
Yeah, but they didn't pay for the wife experience.
I was about to say the P. I thought you were about to say the
Oh, they didn't pay for the wife experience.
The wife experience.
No, I feel you.
That's
though.
a different package.
I understand where you were going with it.
I mean, it's a lot
Yeah.
of self work. Being
Yeah.
self work first before you decide that you want to.
Hell yeah.
Because the shit ain't easy.
It's not easy at all.
All right. So 6 is being overly focused on immediate gratification rather than long term financial goals. Well, that's a lot of people too. That's when you don't understand money in general.
Right. As soon as you get it, you're spending it.
As soon as you get it, you
Yeah.
spending it. Yeah. Or sometimes, depending on what type of like business you're in or industry you're in, we make fast money.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So you're
Yeah.
thinking like I spent it, but I'm gonna get it back in a few days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And when you once you set up and you got all of this
Yeah.
overhead, you cannot adapt that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work for very long. Okay. Overcoming money blocks requires a combination of self-awareness, mindset shifts, and practical action steps. These are some tips to help. First, identify your money blocks. Take some time and reflect on the beliefs and attitudes towards money.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think are some negative thoughts or emotions that come up for people when they think about money?
Some of the things that we said earlier, like,
yeah.
Oh, one of the things like money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, or there's just a
That's another saying. Who
was-
invented these sayings?
Man,
somebody
they did us dirty.
Right.
I mean, I just feel like a bunch of people who just didn't want to feel so bad about having a lot.
Having less.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the best thing to do when identifying your own personal money blocks is to write a list of things that you think negatively when it comes to money.
Get clear.
Yeah, get clear. And then once you write that list down, you can kind of identify
where that comes from.
You could do research on it and say where it comes from, and then you can honestly figure out if it's a real thing,
right,
or if it's just something that was said to you, told to you,
and passed down to you.
Yeah, that sticks in your brain.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like how we said, money doesn't grow on trees, or the money's the root of all evil. Like, do you really feel that way, or just some shit
or
you
is that
heard?
just some stuff that you took on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Another way is to really just, like we just said, once it's written down, challenge your beliefs. Like, is that really how you feel about money?
Yeah.
Or is that just something that you've adapted? Is that how you were raised?
Right.
Are you projecting like into your future things that happen maybe in your past?
Is it fact or assumption?
Yes.
Is it fact or
That's
assumption?
how we break it down. Is it fact or assumption?
Yep.
Yeah. So like how Ashley says all the time, feelings aren't facts. It's the same that applies to this. Like, is it fact or is it assumption?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be a complete contradiction.
Yeah.
To your actual beliefs about
research it and see if it's a really,
or not even so much research, just looking back. Like, is this a real thing?
Yeah.
Did I get this from my parents? Did I see my parents struggle with money? And maybe that's why I've taken on this mindset.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, once you write it down, you'll be able to see, though, like, what's fact.
Yeah.
And what's assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's another one?
So, from that, you just being able to shift your mindset after you've identified maybe that you have a negative outlook on it.
Right.
Shift your mindset, replace negative thoughts and beliefs with positive affirmations and visualizations.
Yes.
Focus on the benefits of financial success and how it could positively impact your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think this is the hardest step.
That's probably the hardest step.
Because changing your mindset.
Yeah,
it's like a lot
you
of
can
work.
know that you're wrong.
You can know
but
that
your mind is so programmed.
Yes, and on top of that, this is probably years of things of like, being in your head and bringing your brain, or it could be cultural things. It could be, family history, whatever.
Yes.
So it takes a lot to kind of change your mindset on things.
On things altogether, but I will say, thinking in my transformation, in my actual positive affirmations or positive reset towards looking at money, it wasn't so hard to adapt.
Right.
Once I started listening to maybe The Secret or The Power and how you keep certain things that you wish for or that you've manifested in your life, it was more the easiest part to adapt that mindset about it. I guess for me, and that's a personal thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't want to always see things negatively. That hurts me more.
Yeah.
So if I can,
but listen, you said you listened to this and before you researched tools that would help you.
Absolutely.
Yes,
and those helped you.
Yeah.
That's all. And people have to do that. Find what helps you, because I read The Secret. I did the things.
Yeah, those are the tools.
I read all the financial books. Those didn't really drive it home for me. It kind of took me to get some outside
that makes
reinforcement.
sense.
Yeah.
So that's great, though.
No, it was
for most people, hopefully, just doing that research will help. Yeah.
Well, it was that research, and it was like a mantra.
Right.
Yeah.
It was playing in the house every morning when I was getting dressed. It wasn't just like the reading of the
you
material.
Programmed yourself.
I programmed it every morning. Like, it was, I was up, I did my workout, and that was on while I was getting dressed. It was like to the point where I could memorize some of the actual.
So for me, I'm a visual learner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, it was me sitting down with my accountant and then her actually really physically showing me the numbers and showing me what should go where and what we should and should not do. And the other side of it was to my husband. When we got together, he made money make sense for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was more of a difference. So with those two, actually physically seeing and seeing the results of
that
what
discipline.
absolutely, then it definitely helped me. So sometimes it's not necessarily just like affirmations, mantras,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to learn how you learn and how what affects your life personally.
Yeah.
So my tools were individuals.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, so I had to get some reinforcement.
Sure.
I would say some of that is therapy. Some of that was my financial advisor.
Yes.
But being able to really drive it home for yourself, whatever that
Is,
is, that
yes.
takes, that's how you learn. And also trusting the people. It's like you've hired these people, you trust them with everything else, trust them with this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you trust
Yeah.
anybody that you hire to do anything just
Right.
because this is a trickier
Right.
topic for you. Don't, discount their expertise.
Yeah. And then sometimes you might have to take it a step further. Try it.
Yeah.
Just
Oh.
try it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like once you saw the results, like you just gotta just try it. I mean, but how
Exactly,
was
those
it?
results.
It's not gonna hurt you to
Right.
to try something.
Yeah.
Try something that you've never done
Yeah.
before.
And
yeah.
getting those results.
Yeah,
will
absolutely.
change your mindset.
So,
For
Seeing
sure.
those results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a visual person.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially if you need to see it.
Yeah.
And that pretty much sums up the next topic. The next tip, which is take actions. So all of us just gave our individual ways
How
that
we took action.
Yeah,
how we took action
Yeah.
to get past that particular negative money blockage.
Yeah.
And then the last is just really get support.
Yes.
Support
Wait,
and
I want to go back to take the action, right?
Yeah.
So Ashley, how you were saying, like your therapist was saying, like, well, you haven't accomplished the goals that you need to in this particular money bracket, right?
Well, she's just saying that you are making the money. You are making great money.
Yeah.
And she gave the stats. You
Yeah.
know what the income, what the average income is, basically,
Yeah.
right? She even said something about entrepreneurs. She was like, the average entrepreneur in Atlanta grosses about $50,000 a year. So you know where we fall.
So you're
in.
doing great.
That
You're
right?
doing amazing.
Right. So
Yeah.
what she was saying was, do you really need more money, or do you need to manage the money that you make now?
Makes it-
Right.
better?
So I was gonna say that even though that was the case for you, sometimes people do need to increase their income.
I do
because
too.
right. The
You
people-
want to for the life you want
For the
to.
life that
no,
I
I'm
need.
saying
Okay, I got what you're saying.
for the real life
Right.
situation. Sometimes it is about increasing your income.
It's about I get what you're
Sometimes
saying.
like if if you want to be an entrepreneur so bad, but it's just financially right now it's not working for you. Maybe it's not the time to quit your main job.
Absolutely.
So you have to get to a certain point. So understanding whether sometimes it is increasing your income,
Right.
or if it's just literally just budgeting. So sometimes we don't want to always just say, "Oh, you're not budgeting."
Right.
Sometimes people do need those extra funds.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
the money has to make sense. And realistically, you can't make $1 million with a $25 dream.
No.
If you're not investing in
That's
the
a
right
fact.
amount of money, you're not
That's
making the
a
right
fact.
money.
Not the $25.
I'm just
Not the
saying.
25.
Because, you
That's
know,
a fact.
you can sell the $25 t-shirts all day, but if your income,
Yeah.
if you didn't use enough of income to invest into this particular
Right.
business,
Yeah.
you don't have the money to do that.
Oh, it
It's
take
not
money.
going
So-
to,
Right.
yeah.
So that goes to like creating a plan to
Yeah.
improve your income.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, basically get the support, seek out the sources, and the support systems that can help overcome your money blockages, be it a financial coach,
Boom.
a therapist, an online community, books,
Boom.
Yep.
DVDs,
Yep.
Boom. DVDs, VHSs,
All of that.
cassette tape.
All
boom.
of it. Yes.
The girls that-
Podcast.
The girls that get it. Podcast.com. Absolutely.
So yeah, seek your support and do the work. Like all of this require work, just like anything great or anything good in our lives.
Yes.
If you want a better financial situation, if you want to overcome these hurdles, it's going to take the discipline and the consistency of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So having a positive money mindset is essential for entrepreneurs who want to achieve financial success. By identifying and overcoming common money blocks, you can shift your perspective and attract abundance into your life and business. You have to remember that your mindset is a powerful tool. So you got to use it wisely and watch your business thrive. Your business and your personal life.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
Because when your business thrives, you thrive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so what space and what year, what time can you remember where you were when you feel like you were over that hurdle of your money mind block or your money mindset blocking or whatever, however you want to say it?
I think mine is probably a still work in progress. I definitely probably 2019, I hired my financial advisor.
Okay.
So that was help. a little prior to that, even once we bought our home, it was very important for us to have life insurance and take care of that part
Yes.
of it. And then I kind of started doing like some retail investing on my own because of some of the podcasts that I listened to. But 2019 is when I hired the financial advisor. I didn't hire that therapist until 2021.
Okay.
But exactly.
Together, team.
Because my financial advisor is sick of me. He is sick of me. It's like I trust him, I believe him, but
Yes.
So it's a work in progress. It's ever evolving. I'm not so much a hoarder anymore. But like there's this one, just to not to get too personal, but I had paid all my credit card debt off after we bought the house. And then just, here and there, it's like a little swipe here, a little swipe there.
Yeah.
And
it gets you.
now I'm in a space where I know that I should take the cash that I have and pay off that credit card debt because of the high interest rates. Right. But my brain won't.
Do it.
And it's partially because it's like I am investing. I invest, a portion of my income every month. I see that growing, but I'm really probably breaking even because of the high interest credit card debt. So it's just a mental thing.
Yeah.
I'm working through it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What about you?
Well, for me, I guess coming into lashing from an all cash industry in the club, I took it very seriously from the jump and hired a financial advisor like right away, because I had so much cash coming through my hands from the club that I just knew if I had a third of that money to start this next business, I'd be completely straight.
Yeah.
So I knew that in the beginning of my last journey, I would never be making the amounts of money that I made in that short amount of time. So I just didn't want to, I just did not want to lose a grip of what I had coming in, because it club life, I would spend it all that day because I knew I would get it back that night.
Yeah.
So I just knew I couldn't operate like that anymore. So I set up a lot of different systems as far as like, just, long-term stuff and disability stuff. And I just set everything up from the jump.
Yeah.
So, put myself on a payroll but over the years, your consistency and your discipline wavers, but really just a constant work in progress. But from the jump, I was very serious about like not wasting the money, the cash that I was making, like I did in the other industry, because it was all cash.
Got it. For me, it was when the kids got to high school, and I was like, "Oh, well, I have about to be real grown kids, real responsibilities, and like these kids need to see, and we have to finance what their lives are going to be after high school." So it was like we got serious about the dollar.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are some final tips that you guys have for everybody?
Mine would be to just get the help, like wherever that is. If that's the books, read the books. I mean, we can tag some of ours on this post or on this in our comments. We'll tag some good books that help us with money. So just get the help, get the support, outsource it, hire the people.
Yeah,
and it's free to hire a financial advisor.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I would say just feel deserving. Like there's nothing that is out of the scope of your reality if you really genuinely want it. Like, and that may come with like figuring out what it is you're passionate about, or like identifying your why. It might go back to something as simple as that, but there's nothing financially that you can achieve if you really put in the work, figure out what it requires, and execute a plan.
And trust the process.
And believe more than anything. I guess it may really start with believing that you deserve financial security.
Yeah. My pro tip would be when you are choosing your people, your professionals, whether it be an accountant or a financial advisor.
You gotta have them all.
You need a dream team.
CPA. You need it all.
I feel like you should choose the people that fit for you. And that you can really connect with, because you're really not going to fully trust and listen if you don't really vibe with that particular person. And I think that it took me some years to actually find my person. Like, okay, I was like, in the beginning when I found somebody, I was like, I'm just gonna have to let the person do my taxes because I ain't listening to nothing else because I'm not really feeling it. So when I finally found my person, I'm listening more. I'm executing the plan more. So make sure that you find somebody that fits with you and don't give up when it doesn't work with one particular person. And that goes for a therapist as well. So.
Totally agree. I think too, to that point. Only one of my people is a male. And I will say, this is just sidebar, I think that I just naturally trust women more. Like, I just believe what we say. That's probably very sexist. I just believe us. And so, and it's interesting because the one male that I have on my team, he's the one person I avoid.
Give him the most pushback.
Right. Yeah, that's the one person I'm rescheduling with.
And that's a very interesting thing to bring up because a lot of the people that I work with are men.
And that holds you accountable?
Yeah. I think hold me accountable, but I always, and that's probably so sexist and so rude.
Right. Let's be honest. It's coming out. Space.
I just look at them as
authority figures.
Authority figures.
And
heads of the household. And so it's like, if I know if he's telling me to execute, he probably has to take care of households. And that's so rude because I come up in households where women take care of households, but
we can't help it.
But it just speaks to who you are as an individual. So like,
I'm a girl.
Mine is not necessarily male or female. It's just more so status.
You're a girl's girl.
I'm a girl's girl, but I'm a guy's girl too.
Seriously. Well, that's what my cousin said to me at the service. She was like, "You're such a boy cousin. Like, you don't give a mess about us girls." And I said, chill out, get out the picture.
Your picture.
My picture. I'm taking a picture with the boys. She's like, you don't call us, you just talk to the boys all the time. But I was going to say, mine is not necessarily male or female, it's more so status.
Okay.
Like, I need to be able to see your achievement. Yeah. So for me,
and
it's
the guy
status.
on my team, he's like one of a couple, maybe one of three Black people in the country with this certification that he has.
I would totally mess with that.
Okay. So find who fits for you.
Find who fits for you. Whatever speaks to you.
You don't want to let that person down. That's the person.
Absolutely. It was an amazing episode. Thank you guys.
It was great.
I learned some stuff too, right?
Me too.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode 8. We appreciate you guys watching. We hope you guys learned some things. Again, down below in our comment section, we will have some resources, pro tips, tags, and everything like that. And are you guys tapping into the website? Are you guys watching the website? There's a lot of tips and tricks on the website. So take a look at the website. Tune in. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you guys.
Hey, girl. Thanks for listening. But before you go, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.